Hello, you're welcome back to Project Management Demystified. Right, so this is the second, I can call it episode of going through this senior PMO analyst role job description with ACCA. People that don't know ACCA, just Google it. They're quite popular. Right, so we went through the first line on the job. Ensure program budgets are actively managed. So, as a senior PMO analyst, you could be looking after multiple teams and making sure that the budgets. I mentioned the last time that the budgets are forecast align with actuals. So, what we say we will spend is not too far from what we have spent. And I think I touched on tracking forecasts spend against actual. So we say we will spend 300K in 1 month in January or February, and at the end of the month we're spending 300K or 290, depending on what we have agreed as a tolerable variance in that period, because some people might take leave in the middle of the month, and that might not have reflected in the forecast that we did at the beginning of the month. So all those have to be included in the plans. Managing purchase orders. So purchase orders are a way that organizations kind of manage spending money externally. So if you have third-party organizations or contractors, you could be raising their funds through their payments or requisition through a purchase order. And, organizations have different ways that they manage their purchase order. So you need to be putting that into consideration. So if the process of the payment for the purchase order takes about 3 weeks, then you should be conscious of when that will land in the funding, in the pots or in the budget. So if a purchase order will take 3 weeks and we are planning for something to land in March, then we should have put everything in place by in February, because if we start at the beginning of February, it could still land at the end of February. But if we start in the middle of February, then we should be working towards. So it should be forecasted for March. So with purchase order, you just have to be planning and thinking ahead that they are landing in the budgets, in the cost when they should be landing. And then I think we've touched on reviewing actuals and managing the month-end financial process for the program. So managing forecast versus actual. So reviewing month. At the end of the month, we're checking that what we plan that we will spend is what we're spending. And I think I've covered previously on a number of episodes that it is sometimes not good to spend less, and it is also not good to spend more. So with spending less, it means that you're depriving other departments or other business areas of spending money that they should have used to spend to deliver value to the organization. You're holding that money and you're not spending it. And spending more might even be better sometimes, as long as it's delivering value. But we don't want to spend more than what we have or what we've been approved to spend. Support resource management processes and the production of associated deliverables. So resource management process, a new person could be coming into the team. What do they need to set themselves up for success? The senior PMO analyst could be involved in that, because you don't want to, say you have a contractor, for instance, you don't want to be paying a contractor £1,000 per month and they don't have the right tools and resources to use to do the job. So the PMO could be making sure that all those are set in place, and the the senior PMO analyst could also be aligning what resources are required for what project. So a project can require a project manager or a business analyst, a scrum master, software developer, engineers, and the PMO analyst could be providing inputs into that to say, okay, we've done this before, these are the resources that we need, and if there are any QA or other resources that are required, PMO analyst can be chipping in and providing inputs into that as well. Resource capacity plan. So sometimes one person can be working on 2 or 3 projects. So the senior PMO analyst can be aligning with those resources to say, so you charge half of your time to this project and half of your time to the other project, so that it reflects, it's a true reflection of what the person is working on, when they're spending, where they are spending their time, and what cost center or cost account they are charging the time they spend on the projects on. What else? So we've got undertaking analysis of complex supply and demand information and highlighting any resource shortfalls and spare capacity to the relevant governance board, either within a specific project or program or across the portfolio change. Maybe I'll pick this up in the next episode, because the PMO analyst, the senior PMO analyst, will be presenting some of this information to very senior stakeholders that are releasing the funds, that are approving the funds, so they need to know where things are. I'll stop there for today, and then I'll see you on the other side. Cheers. Bye-bye.